I feel like talking about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez because she's making all these trips on taxpayers' dime, probably riding, going on
allegedly
planes.
on the taxpayers' dime.
Allegedly on the taxpayers' dime, going to each city to protest the oligarchy.
Yeah, that's right. No, I can't use my alligator joke. Fight the alligators.
So here she is.
All right, you wanna? That's your setup.
Yes.
Well, here she is.
But to get there, we must be honest about how we got to where we are.
Here, hold on. Let's take it back.
But to get there,
Oh, she literally started. This started. Okay.
Right now, because this moment didn't come out of nowhere. It has been a long time coming. The destruction.
Thanks
of
to
our
the
rights
Democrats.
Look at these
and
people.
our
You see them?
democracy
She's like, yep.
is directly tied to the growing and extreme wealth inequality that has been building in America for years.
Oh my God, dude, she's a multi-millionaire. Talking like she's one of us. You
She's
were
not.
one of us when you used to serve drinks,
And dance on rooftops.
basically. But now that you're a multi-millionaire, you're not one of us.
No.
You're closer to Elon Musk than we are to you. Like she literally broke the glass ceiling. Well, maybe not broke the glass ceiling, but she reached escape velocity. She doesn't worry about bills anymore like everybody on the sides over here and over here.
Yeah.
She doesn't worry about having her bills paid. What she's really worried about most likely is just like Crockett, she's worried about being exposed for her corruption.
Yes.
Because I guarantee you that you did something to earn multi-million dollars when you're only getting paid like $200K a year.
Yeah.
Which is really good money. But
It is good money, and that's why she had a lot of nerves when she was talking about, how she allegedly had a GoFundMe so that her people will donate to help her grandmother fix the the roof from her house in Puerto Rico when Hurricane Maria hit. And she was driving around in a Tesla, and she was there's a video on that, people criticizing that, saying you live in a $1 million condo, you drive around a Tesla, but you're asking for money for your grandmother. Take
Yeah.
care of your grandmother, girl.
that's what I'm saying. So you can't even take care of your own family, but we're supposed to believe that you're going to take care of us?
You're not gonna do nothing for us. She's just doing this too because she wants to now be the leader of the Democratic Party.
Oh God, that's being the leader of the
That's sad.
Democratic Party.
I
That's
wouldn't
just.
want that.
I mean, nobody in that party is worth. I wouldn't even want to be a member of that party. Like I would be out.
That's why a lot of people have escaped.
Yeah,
They're no
I would
longer
pull a Gabbard.
Democrats.
And look what happened to her. Look at her career. Upward trajectory. Maybe that's a little lesson for you guys, but they know that they're not qualified anyway because they're DEI hires.
Yes.
In fact, Crockett admitted that.
Yes, she did.
She admitted
did.
she's a freaking DEI hire.
But Crockett is a whole different story.
Yeah, no, we can talk about her in another video.
Yeah.
Let's focus on this moron for this one.
Yes.
It is not a coincidence.
Coincided.
Billionaires like
Coincided.
Elon Musk dumped
Look at this guy.
billions
Tax the
into this
rich.
election to elect
I hate
Donald
him.
Trump.
They flashed a sign, boo, right? Because everybody looks like they're looking at a monitor. Like when they all said boo, and then he did like that too,
He's like,
a
oh, my
camera.
shirt, by the way. They gave me this.
Yeah.
They gave me this because, times are hard over
They're
there.
probably
in
being
Utah.
paid for. Well, I hear that a lot of people are being paid not only for the protests but also to go to these
these
those-
rallies. Yeah,
the rallies,
it's been
yeah.
proven that. And a lot of times, that's what I'm saying. They're finding the same people in multiple cities.
Yes.
They're just busing them from one place to
And
another.
guess who's doing that?
Yeah, I heard it was Soros.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you want to talk about dark money? You want to talk about NGOs? You want to talk about? So you really want to talk about it? I'm telling you, she's corrupt as hell, and that's the reason why allegedly.
And he sure isn't doing it out of charity. For years, we have known that our political system has slowly but surely become dominated by big money and billionaires. And time after time, we've seen how our government and laws are more responsive to lobbyists than to the will of everyday people.
It's always been like that.
I mean, but that's insane to act like you guys aren't the most egregious
The agenda of
offenders.
dark money.
See?
Wages
Dark
low
money.
And loot our public goods to give.
Dark money, meanwhile, they're literally being funded by like the godfather of dark money right
Yes.
now. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you, the Democrats are the party of projection. Everything that they say, just everything that they say about everyone else, it's them.
Yes.
They're talking about themselves. They're just doing it in a very projective kind of way.
Yeah.
To the rich is deeply unpopular with the people of all parties. But just look at what Republicans have been quietly doing in Congress, voting to advance cuts on hundreds of billions of dollars from Medicaid and
That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you that they keep pushing that crap.
Yeah.
They keep, and these people who like, you do realize you can easily find out that they're lying if you actually stop listening to regurgitated secondhand knowledge and actually look into what's going on. They're lying. I'm telling you, they're lying. That's not true.
veterans benefits so that they can take that money and give it to the billionaires in the form of tax.
No. You're taking that money and giving it to illegals. Let's get it right.
Yeah.
You're taking that money and giving it to illegals. They're putting a stop to that, and that's what's pissing you off. The whole point is fraud, waste, and abuse, and you're abusing us.
Yeah.
So stop trying to project that onto the Republicans talking about they're giving it to billionaires. No, millionaires are giving our money to illegals. That's what's really going on.
Cuts and sweetheart deals to billionaires like in companies like SpaceX.
She has no, you have it written down and you can't even deliver this.
You know who from Utah voted for that?
My God, could you imagine if she was in a production of Hamlet? How terrible would she be?
Well, I don't know because I've never seen Hamlet, but I can tell you that a reporter was trying to interview her after one of these rallies, and if she doesn't have the papers in front of her, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She had nothing to say.
I can't believe your takeaway from that was I haven't seen Hamlet.
By the way, both of your senators, Mike Lee and John Curtis, and Salt Lake City's own House members Blake Moore and Celeste Malloy.
And Celeste Malloy.
And they know, Utah, that that's not what you want. They know that it is deeply unpopular. They know that it hurts working families from Utah. But they know that they are not there to serve the working class. They are there to serve themselves and the billion.
You know what's crazy? Me and the guy in the denim jacket are like shaking our heads no at the same time to the same thing for different reasons. Now tell me that's not insane.
That is crazy.
Billionaires who paid them. But they also know that the only chance they have to get away with such an unpopular agenda is to stoke deep divisions along race, identity, and culture.
Oh my God, that's exactly what the Democrats are doing. They're always like throwing the race card. They're always talking about, the illegals that are here illegally. They want to bring them back. They want to bring back MS-13. They want to
Tren de Aragua.
Yeah, they're fine with having these dangerous people out here in our streets, in our neighborhoods,
until it affects them.
Yeah, because they live up there in the gated communities, and they have nothing to worry about. They go home to their condos and they're safe. Where we have to deal with these people, and these people. And I don't mean it like that.
No, but I'm saying not only do we have to deal with these people, but then they want to take our guns.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? Like, you do realize you see what they're doing, right? Come on, you have to see what they're doing. These people are dangerous. These people hate America. These people are the worst kind of leader because they're going to lead you right off a cliff. They're lemmings.
Yep.